Honored guests, please rise if you are able for the academic procession.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the George Washington University School of Business Masters and Doctoral Commencement Celebration. Congratulations to our graduating class. I have the privilege of introducing our keynote speaker, Mr. Greg Wong. Greg is a military veteran who served in the United States Navy. We thank him for his service. He earned his MBA here at the George Washington School of Business in the class of 1996 and his undergraduate degree in computer science from the University of Notre Dame. He has an accomplished record in the investment banking and technology industry. Greg joined the investment bank Friedman, Billings, Ramsey and became a founding member of the firm's technology investment banking group and led its software corporate finance practice. Over his 11-year tenure at the firm, Greg was at the helm of numerous mergers and acquisitions, IPOs, and other capital market transactions. He produced notable results for Web.com, a website hosting, development, and digital marketing company, both when the company was a client of his in banking and after, when he joined the company full-time in 2008. At Web.com, Greg led the company's acquisitions, allowing it to expand in the US and abroad. In his role as general manager of its e-commerce division and executive vice president of corporate development, and since his initial involvement with the company in 2003, Greg's leadership and vision for Web.com would pave the way for its eventual sale for more than $2 billion in 2018. Today, Greg focuses on managing investments as a trustee of the Wong family office. Last year, he joined the advisory board for the GW Investment Institute at the School of Business here and serves as a guest lecturer for the Institute's courses. We are proud to have him as our keynote speaker. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Greg Wong.
Thank you, Dean Perry, administration, distinguished faculty, and fellow alumni. Thank you to the grandparents and parents, children and siblings, friends, and extended families. Through your love and support, all of you have made this day possible for this GWSB class of 2024. And to you graduates, I say congratulations. Graduates, who here is thankful that this day has finally come? Let me hear you. Okay, I want the next group to be even louder. Parents, families, friends, loved ones. Who's proud of these graduates? So before I start, let me just say how lucky I am to be here today. 3 years ago, after we had come out of COVID, I was in the best physical shape since I was in my young 20s. I contacted a cardiologist friend of mine and said, let's get a baseline so I can have something to compare when I got old. So I took a nuclear stress test. It's where they put you on a treadmill and they run you. They take pictures of your heart before and after. But something didn't look right. A couple weeks later, I had an angiogram. They knock you out, inject you with radioactive dye, and they take a video of the blood going through your heart. I thought, the worst that could happen is I'd need a cardiac stent put in. When I woke up, the doctor said, congratulations, you're getting quadruple bypass surgery. That was at 11 a.m. By 2 p.m., I was seeing the cardiothoracic surgeon. My LAD, also known as the Widowmaker, was 99% blocked. And my left main was over 80% blocked. And I had no symptoms. No symptoms. The recovery post-surgery sucked. But here I am today. During my last checkup with the surgeon, I asked, what would have happened if we didn't catch this? He said, you would have been dead in weeks to months. You wouldn't have made it. Do not take your health for granted now or later. Get checked out. Just do it. It may save your life. Now let me tell you a story of how GW completely changed the path of my life. When I graduated many years ago, arriving at the Beta Gamma Sigma induction ceremony, I see all you Beta Gamma guys out there. So I was arriving at the Beta Gamma Sigma induction ceremony, parking on G Street, and this Porsche pulled up right behind me. Out pops a young guy wearing a tuxedo. I thought, I've never seen this guy in any of my classes. Turns out he was Russ Ramsey, a prior GW graduate and the keynote speaker for the induction ceremony. Russ talked about his investment banking firm, and at the end of the event, he asked me to send him his resume. A little while later, I got a call from his office saying he wanted to see me. I headed over to Roslyn, and Russ told me he was starting a technology investment banking group and introduced me to its new head. I joined the team and worked my way up to be a managing director. Without GW and its alumni helping alumni, I never would have become an investment banker and had all those wonderful experiences and relationships. It was here at GW that I found my love of finance. Before coming here, I didn't even know what an investment banker was. I didn't know anything about finance, but it was here that I found what I loved. Turns out, I'm a deal guy. A special shout out to Dean Jabbour, right over here. "30 years ago, not only did I have him for my very first finance course, Finance 220, but he also taught my advanced options class. Now, I never traded options, but I was fascinated that I could make money no matter what the market did. Up, down, or just stayed flat, as long as I predicted it right. Now let's talk about 3 must-haves in your job. This will be key to your happiness and the success of your career. First, do you actually like the work? If you don't like numbers, don't be an accountant. If you don't like technology, don't be a computer programmer. If you don't like people, don't work in HR. You'll be surprised how many people don't like what they do. Find something you really like and do that. Second, do you like the people you work with? You'll spend too many hours every day, every week with these people. They must be people you enjoy spending time with, at least at work. This includes your boss, your colleagues, and those working for you. Finally, does your job give you a sense of fulfillment? You want to feel like you're making an impact somehow. It could be for clients, it could be for students or patients, it could be for society. It just has to be more than just about you. If you only have one of these 3, quit and get a new job. Life's too short to be unhappy. If you have 2 of the 3, that's not bad. You might enjoy the work and the people, but not sure if it's really making an impact. You might like the people and feel you're doing good in this world, but the work itself isn't all that interesting. That's okay. But if you have all 3, consider yourself special. Consider yourself lucky. Notice, I didn't say anything about title or salary. Those will come if you find your place. Remember, do you like the work? Do you like the people? And do you have a sense of purpose? So recall, I'm lucky to even be here. Let me share with you what I learned over my time. Have a plan for your life and expect it to change. If you don't have a plan, you will not know in what direction to take your life. It's not going to be chiseled in stone. It's a permanent working draft. You might discover a new personal passion. You might meet someone, personally or professionally. You might decide to move somewhere new and exotic. What I can tell you is that it will not turn out the way you plan. It might be better, it might be worse, but it will be different. You will encounter opportunities you've never thought of. You will have challenges you never expected. I never thought I'd come to DC. The Navy sent me here. I never thought I'd move to Florida. Web.com recruited me there. I never thought I'd get into investment banking. I have GW and Russ Ramsey to thank for that. Your life's path will be the culmination of thousands of small decisions you make each and every day. Some may be bigger than others. Coming to GW, what city you decide to live in, who do you work for? But even then, those are the result of many smaller decisions. Did I attend that networking event instead of staying home or working late? Did I send that thank you email to a mentor who went out of their way to help me? Did I volunteer for that extra job assignment no one else wanted because it required extra time and extra effort? Look for those opportunities. I do believe in luck, but I also believe you make your own luck. When opportunities come up, jump right onto them. Opportunities open and close, just like the markets open and close. Just because it's here today doesn't mean it'll be there tomorrow. Finally, when it comes to your career, and probably anything else in life, go with your gut. Listen to your family, friends, and mentors, and maybe even advice on YouTube, or should I say TikTok. But at the end of the day, it's your life. Make the best decisions you can with the information you have. You can always change your decision. You can always do something different. You can try a different marketing strategy. You can work for a different company. You can find a different career. Go with your gut. Now let's go over what we talked about. First, GW has already made a permanent impact on your life. The classes you took, the professors you had, the friends you made, and the degree you earned. But GW has impacted you in ways you won't realize until you leave campus and look back many years later. Take those lessons and relationships and make the most of them. Now remember, the 3 must-haves for your job: the work itself, the people you're with, and a sense of purpose. Finally, have a plan for your life and expect it to change. Look for those opportunities. You never know just how much those can change your life's plan. And go with your gut. It's your life, it's your path. Be bold. Take calculated risks. Make your life epic. I envy each and every one of you. As much as this is a celebration completing your degree, it's the start of the rest of your journey. Life's too short. Make the most of your time here on this earth. Love your family and friends. Take care of yourself. Health over wealth. Make a difference. Live with a sense of purpose. Take it from a very lucky guy. Congratulations once again, and go Revs!
Thank you, Mr. Wong. We appreciate you coming to the School of Business celebration today and providing such an inspirational message and valuable advice to our graduates as they go out into the world to be leaders and global problem solvers.